Hello and welcome to Kelly Loves K-Pop. I'm Kelly. I do tarot readings on Korean idols and celebrities, actors, all that good stuff. Today we're doing a reading on Stray Kids Lino career reading on him. And today I'll be using my Urban Tarot. This is a new deck with me, but I find it'll be very distinct in its color. I think it'll be really good for career readings, and shortly you'll see why. The artwork is very modern and depictive of current archetypes. Our boy is a Scorpio sun and a Sagittarius moon, which means he can come off a bit enigmatic, but really deep inside I think he's just like a kind of curious, adventurous, you know, at heart individual. So just a little bit to keep in mind. Like I said, we're gonna just have so many readings. At the end of this video you'll see my playlist with Stray Kids. There's a lot of Lino in there, so just poke around. You'll find him all over my channel. So thank you for the request. As always, tarot readings are for entertainment purposes only. Everything is alleged, and please take it with a grain of salt. It is my own personal opinions based on the cards and my psychic intuition. So with all that said, let's go ahead and draw some cards. These are a little bit bigger than I normally use, so I'm excited to see how they look in the reading. But it's his career, so I'm going to draw 10 cards. Try to okay, so we will draw 10 cards. Actually, let me push these down just a little bit. Okay. A lot of this section, but it is what it is. All right, so we got 10 cards there. Get these cards out. Like I said, these are a little big. Usually for a reading like this, I would have a little bit more space to work with. Okay, so these are gonna come down here. All right, so let's see what his career is going to look like. Well, we see a lot of ups and downs. A lot of ups and downs, but we see the world at the end, which is nice. Well, 10 of cups as well. These are really nice cards to see, especially at the end. So, you know, I tend to read, this is the more near future and this is the distant future. But so we have the Princess of Cups. So this is our Page of Cups kind of in reverse, which means like right now there's not a lot of opportunities for him to chase what really makes him happy. He may be feeling good about watching everyone else kind of get to have their turn. Feel like either he's just not sure exactly what he wants to pursue yet, or he gets gratification by watching other people be happy, and that's fine with him right now. As we can see, I think he plans to have a very long career, so I don't think he's in a rush. I think he understands as long as he plays his own cards right, he has time. But Page of Cups in reverse, sometimes I also read as like there's someone around that he thinks is his friend that may not have his best interest at heart. So it could be company, could be people around him, but it's like a little bit of a paranoia, a little bit of a fear. And then we have the Seven of Earth you know, the Seven of Pentacles. So it's like in the near future, he could feel like he's at a very low point in his career. I don't know if it's just fear, or a feeling of like stagnation for him, especially with this Empress card also in reverse. It's like really, maybe by the, I think my neighbors are out in their yard doing things. I think there's an issue. I'm sorry if you hear stuff. I'm just going to go ahead and continue. So I think there's an issue, again, like I said, maybe he feels like he waited too long to press for some of his ideas to get out. You know, and he's kind of paying for that, you know. It's like maybe he should have fought a little harder, because now he's going to have some repercussions for that and feel like maybe he missed out, or he lost an opportunity for a little while. Also, I don't know if this may have to placate to where the point where he's in the military and he's just scared of how coming back might be. It could be like that issue as well. You know, this is kind of a card that it's like, if he feels a little stunted in his career, he may go after other things to make himself feel good. So he may have to watch out for scandal. You know, the star also shows like a low point of not having a lot of faith. You know, may feel a little lost, a little defeated. You know, like I said, we're seeing some of this. So maybe he's like trying to pick himself up in other ways. Like I said, you know, we see alcohol, we see relationships, these kind of things. He could be in a bit of a toxic environment when he's not, you know, handling his business. So he may have to watch out for some of that. Some of the darker side of the business may creep up on him, and he needs to make sure he has very clear established boundaries with that kind of thing. I don't want him, hopefully he's not prone to addictive behaviors. It may be something he's actively having to deal with and process and get help for in the future. So we have the Queen of Cups as well, right beneath the Page of Cups. So this also tells me his relationships with other people may take a dive for a little while too. Also, sometimes I worry this is about the loss of a family member that could greatly affect him and his emotions, especially because of this 9. This is like feeling like the world for a while is against you. So it's like he is going to struggle for a while, but eventually it is something he comes out of. Like here we see these last 3 cards are very, very strong of him casting out the negativity, getting away, putting people in his life that will support him, finally getting the support he wants, finally having a clear idea of what he wants to do, what business he's going to run, and how he's going to handle himself, and really manifesting his dreams finally. Like I said, he may be a bit of a late bloomer, and he may have a lot of personal stuff that he has to deal with before he can really like show the world his art and his true self, right? Like eventually that will happen, but he's gonna have a dark phase in his youth. You know, this really feels like his 20s, and this feels maybe when he's in his 30s, it finally really blossoms for him. Truly, like he finds happiness. He finds stability. He understands what he wants to do, and he understands how to manifest those things. But I do think he's going to have some trials and tribulations, you know, in his, if you know, I feel like this is like bad decision city up here. Like he's going to stumble and make some bad decisions, and then he's going to feel some loss in his life. But I think because of the darkness, he will finally be like, okay, I don't have any more time. I have to make this work. I have to do what I want to do with my life and make it successful. So he will eventually surround himself with people that support him, see his vision. He will see his vision clearly, and he will understand what it takes to manifest it at that point. So, but yeah, I think this right now, he will be going through some dark periods for a while. Like I said, both publicly and privately, I think. So I'm a little worried for him for a while, but in the end, I think we know that, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, of course, he'll get it together. He will figure it out. He will succeed. He will do what he wants to do, you know, in the future. So that's what I have for Lino's career. Sometimes I pull a couple oracle cards. I'm trying to see what I got here. That would be good. I have my Lantern Oracle. It's new as well, so maybe we pull a little card, advice card for him. These are very large cards. Let's pull like a little advice card for him out of these. Whoop, okay, well, here we go. Distorted perceptions. Reality is really what we are raised to believe it is. This makes a lot of sense for him, being that, like I said, I think he trusts either some people that are not actually his friends, or he believes that he has time to wait for his chance, you know, that it will just come to him, not that he has to make it. So he'll understand that the world is very, very different than, like, you know, how he was raised to believe, you know, his sense of fairness, his sense of entitlement. He may have some issues there that he needs to break that mindset. Because he's got like a rose-tinted, rose glasses view of the world, and that those glasses are going to break eventually. So let's see if we can get a couple more. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and pull a couple. Trusting tricksters. Again, this is about him trusting people who are not on his side. He thinks they are. He thinks everyone's behind him. But there are a couple people that are abusing his trust. So trusting tricksters. The trickster's only power is your trust. You are always free to withdraw it. So until he does, he's going to struggle. He's going to think people are looking out for him that are not. You know, this industry is dirty, and he's unfortunately going to learn some of that the hard way. So one more. We'll pull one more. Okay. Melting mask. Allow your spirit self to shine through the many roles you fulfill. So this also could be that he has an issue with, here, let me pull it up for you. With, like, again, wanting to see other people succeed, wanting to put his strength behind other people and not himself enough. You know, he needs to make sure if he's supporting, you know, that he's getting credited for his work. He may not be getting credited for a lot of his stuff. He may, again, be letting other people push him out of spotlight that belongs to him, because he thinks they'll repay him later, and they do not. So yeah, he needs to make sure he learns to put himself first, to look out for number one, because again, he's too trusting and he's a bit naive. But eventually that mask will fall. We see that eventually he gets it together and he understands, but it's going to take him a while, because he doesn't want to see the negative. He wants everything to be as he envisions it to be. He may have a bit of an unrealistic expectation of the world, and he needs to learn to see through that. So that's what I have for Lino. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I got some new cards, and this is very much my aesthetic. I am in love with both of these decks, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed the decks, let me know too. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe. Again, lots of Stray Kids content for you guys. Please have a lovely day. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.